Yeah. Here I am. I'm back again, people, on a Friday morning, man. Just thanking God for grace. Man, it's been on my heart here last few weeks. Um, well, actually, over the last year. Uh, but over the last few weeks, I realized that when I was going through my trials, when I was in my fiery furnace, God sent me an angel. Mm-hmm. Uh, white guy. White guy God sent me. His name James Fulton. I want to shout out James Fulton. James Fulton was in an unfortunate situation in Tyler, Texas. He was prosecuted by the Smith County District Attorney's Office. And on multiple instances when I would be picked up and I went to jail. And in those instances, I saw no way out because I was dealing with parole. Parole would put a hold on me for just something that somebody alleged. And it would always be a minimum of 45, 60-day stay in jail on a parole hold. And I went through several of those while I was in college that a lot of people don't know. I enrolled in college in 2016. I graduated with 2 degrees in 2020 and 2021. And this, despite spending several stints in jail on parole once, for no other reason is that the enemy was always trying to tourniquet what God had in store for me. But nevertheless, doing those different parole stays until I have hearings, I met this guy named James Fulton. And it's ironic that every time that I got picked up, some kind of way I would wind up in there with James. James is not the kind of guy that be in and out of jail. James is a very, very godly man, and I don't say that lightly. I've seen his praise, I've seen his worship, I've seen the power that God allowed around us when we was in that cell together. So James didn't stay in and out of jail either. His situation always some kind of intertwined with my situation, people, and to the point that from 2017, 2018, somewhere like that, up into 2020. Well, I take it back. It might have been about 2018, 2019. I know people gonna fact check my dates. But go ahead. Nevertheless, this is how it rolled, right? Uh, I met James, and we sit down and we had Bible study. We called on the Lord, and the Lord answered prayers. When a person's incarcerated, you have prayer worship, prayer, because we have nothing to lose, right? We're fighting for our life. We're begging for favor. And man, every time I went in there, I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time that I was subjected to incarceration over the last 5 or 6 years, James has been there to pray me through. We might have been there to pray each other through. And the latest time is when I really took notice of this here is when I was incarcerated in March of 23 for parole a warrant that was put on me, which I think that was the best thing that happened to me in my life because that parole warrant was issued. Don't nobody know why. It was just issued. They do know who issued it, but when they talk to the person that issued it, they don't know why they issued it. But nevertheless, that caused God to interact with supernatural powers to people in my life to spring me from a life sentence from a crime that I didn't do. So as I'm at low risk facilities, which they never send me out there in Smith County, they always kept me down there in the maximum security. But this time here, they sent me out there to low risk, and man, I guess I might have been maybe about 2, 3 weeks into my stay, and I just happened to wake up one morning, and I see this guy. I said, man, and he was going to the bathroom. And I slept toward the back, and I said, man, that look like that white boy. I said, no, it can't be them. So I, went on back to sleep. So it's not like in prison where you eat at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Breakfast, they feed by 7:30. So by 7:30, we get out for breakfast. And I looked, I said, man, you look. He said, there. I said, yeah, hey, Jane, what's up? What's up? He said, man, they put me back in here, do my stay on that situation. I said, yeah. I said, man, I got another violator, man. I don't know what's going on. And then we were back together again. And when I first went in there, them young kids, man, they in there smoking K2 on paper. It's just paper burning all day long, man. I had to run all that shit up out of there. Wasn't no Bibles in the cell I was in. And it was just a madhouse, people. So I was able to go out one day when they called my name and to get a Bible. But the only Bible I could get was a New Testament that had Psalms and Proverbs in it. That was enough for me, right? So, I went to reading the Bible, and this was before James got there, and calling prayer circles, and man, God was getting to move, right? So move on down by a week or two. Here comes James, right? Now, big as that jail is, big as all the inmates is, God had put him with me again. And man, we began to have prayer circles, and his wife or whoever, I believe it was his wife, went to supplying the men with Bibles, and we began to study. I'm talking about the power of God, how God sent angels in our lives to cover us in a time of need. And in my time of need, it was James Fulton, a very brother that I think highly of, that I know that had the Spirit of God rolling through him. So James, again, I shout you out, man. And like the enemy came and they separated us, right? But they didn't separate us too far. They moved him right across the hall from me, so we could still talk back and forward through the bars. Nothing illegal. We wasn't passing nothing other than maybe a Bible or something. But yeah, he stayed faithful. And one day they decided to move all of us downtown to the big jail. They went to paint over mold or something. Nevertheless, they had moved us all downtown. And those cell blocks downtown are bigger. So they put both out. We both was in parts across from each other. But when we went downtown, they put both of us on the same part. And James, a white boy, clean cut. He's a business owner. Don't have no business in jail. And they would look at him and call him a rat, right? Well, they would call me a rat too, because I don't do what y'all do, and I'm going to try to keep you from doing it around me, right? So James wasn't no rat. He's just a man of God. He prayed many men up out of there. He blessed many families, and he blessed me as well, and I just want to thank God and shout him out. Because it's not every day a person can get God will send an angel to follow him around jail, So, man, that's just the supernatural way that God works. And I am a very spiritual person, spiritually led. I don't like Christian people. Many of them bullshit. And I'm going to keep it 100, right? But when a man of God come along, and I know that he's a man of God and he has Christ-like characteristics, and he's able to pray and be able to move things, I'm going to shout that out. James Fulton, man, God is with you, man, and I thank you for allowing God to use you to bring me through. Hey, you're a strong brother, man, down there around that San Antonio area. Man, you and your wife and your church family, man, y'all just keep doing what you're doing, man. Because, I recognize that you was sent for me, bro. And your spirit covered me. And I'm shouting you out all the way from Tyler, Texas, around the globe, boy. Yeah, much love to you. Yeah, and man, I thank God got big things in store for you and me both, man. Hey, we might need to get together and push the spirituality of this thing, cause right now we're in a spiritual warfare, bro. And a lot of people don't know that. Man, James, I shout you out, man. I got much love for you. You and your wife keep doing what you're doing, baby. I love you, man. Thank you.